What's up, my fellow mafioso? KingMoyai here. So I've been getting a lot of requests from many of my audience to play this one game I've been playing through memory lane, the Conquerors 3. It has been about 3 years since I've uploaded my last Conquerors video, and for the first time since forever, I played the Conquerors match on stream a few weeks ago, and a little over 2 years ago, I have announced my departure from the game, and boy was I a hypocrite when I said I was leaving Roblox on the most hated video on my channel. Of course, there are reasons why I came back to Roblox, but that discussion is for another time. Judging by the title, you can already tell I have some bad taste for this game, and this is where the video begins.
Why won't I play TC3?
To give you a context of why I left, I want to go back 3 years in July of 2018. Of course, every player that knows how to play this game correctly knows that rush building a barracks in front of your enemy is a prominent thing. I've even complained about it on my last known TC3 video that Blitz Barracks just makes the game look boring. Not to mention how overpowered the space unit was back in the time, when you can build a space link and run around with it like a child who is holding his dad's gun. They have since attempted to rebalance it by requiring players to research it. Before I left, the last thing they've updated was a Super Crystal update, which boosts the income of nearby income sources. But the update before that was when they added 5 new units, and the time gap between those content update was 10 months, which is almost a year. I try to adapt to the updates that take very long to release and to be patient, but a person who's a content creator knows when it's time to call it quits. Despite the fact that they've announced a hovercraft, I've made the hard decision to leave and pursue another content. Fast forward 3 years later, I've played a match on stream, and not a surprise, I was still natural at it, just like how I was in 2018. I was able to bring back an allied base from a brink of destruction, threaten the enemy's main base by placing a barracks in front of their base, thrash their entire economy until they started begging Jerome Powell to print more money to fund their military, and won the game. Usually, when I come back from a game I haven't been practicing on or playing for 3 years, I would expect myself to be struggling. However, I used the same strategy from the last TC3 video, and it turned out to be a very effective method still. For the past 3 years, the strategy still hasn't changed on the game, and I was still able to make the biggest comeback in the game. They have only added a hovercraft in 2019, and since then, for 2 years have not added a single unit. The lobby UI has remained unchanged for over 5 years and is overdue for a change. And unfortunately, games have become repetitive, and it still has the repetition today with the same strategy that has been used and exploited for years over and over again, and has not yet been addressed. Sure, for those who are new to this game, I would understand the appeal to the game from a first-timer's perspective, but it will get boring over time for them. And here's why. As most of you may know, this game has not gotten a content update for over 2 years, and the lack of content update is becoming more visible. All they had was new skins and new maps. In fact, in the Conquerors community Discord, there are more mentions of the word skin or map than the word unit in the announcement channel, while their suggestions channel has more mentions of the word unit than the words skin and map combined. This statistic indicated to me that it was time to abandon my investment into this game. John Roblox, one of the bigger YouTubers, has also called out the developer of the game for not caring about the game and for releasing quote-unquote cash-grabbing skins, although I do have resentment on the games taking too long. It's become clear that the developer has not listened to people's feedback and suggestions. Some of you might say,
But Stonehead, most of the unit suggestions in the suggestions channels were downvoted, so that's why they're not getting added into the game.
even so, the developers should still lay out their future plans for the game and come up with ideas. Ideas are easy to form, but they are not easy to execute. When executing a publishment of a new unit, it has to be done right, with balance being the most difficult part of creating the new unit, whether it is land, sea, or an air unit. Judging by the suggestions channel, it looks to me like they are crying for a new unit, and no offense, I would also be crying for one too. Honestly, 2 years of no new units is just not cutting it for the game. What makes me even more upset is the fact that I've invested over $50 into this game by buying cosmetic skins with barely anything in return. Unless if they start listening to their community, I'm probably going to stay away from this game for the time being. And big thanks to Diablo WR, Edgyboy, Jonathan Waddle, and DC_exclamation for joining the Moyai clique. If you want to watch my past stream VODs and help me make more videos, join the Moyai clique. Membership can get you a special role when you join my Discord, customized emoji for YouTube, a loyalty badge right next to your name when you comment on my videos and chat on my live streams, and a shout out at the end of the video. Much obliged for watching. On the next one.